You better have my money. Stupid. Whenever you're ready, I am ready. Yep. Oh. You ready? You real?
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
I got him!
So don't get cocky.
This is about what's going to happen.
Welcome to DeaconLive. DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, do you have the nicotine hiccups? And are you the victim of mishing? And a white woman sues for birthing a black baby. And a new disease will kill you in 2 days. All this and much more we discuss here on DeaconLive. How are you? How are things going? And for the next 60 minutes or so, we'll get you up to date on news stories and viral media stories and all that stuff. And I'm going to start over because I didn't like it. We have a matching video over on YouTube, so check us out. Search DeaconLive Podcast, and you can see the full entire podcast in its entirety, the full entire length of the podcast over there on the YouTube channel. So check us out over there as well. How are you? How are things going? Are you doing all right? Are you getting along with everyone? I hope you're getting along with everyone. That's all we care about right now. And right now we're going to dive into this Mylar Elmo. Mylar, you know what Mylar is? It's those like foil balloons. This is a Mylar Elmo that's been sweeping across TikTok, and people can't figure it out. They're, oh, it's fake. And we're so spoiled. I mean, if an alien dropped right down in front of us, you would say, that's fake. You know, there's so many different ways with AI and all the things that can make us fake and believe things. We just don't believe anything anymore. So this Mylar balloon probably was gifted around, I almost said Thanksgiving, but around Valentine's Day. And, you know, a Mylar balloon, they're big, and most of them are around, say, Get Well or something like this. This is a full size. And I say full size. It's probably about 3 feet tall. Elmo. It's got its arms. It's got its head. It's got its legs. It's not just a round balloon with Elmo on it. From Sesame Street, it's a real, like a doll. It's like a big blow-up doll. Don't try to fuck it. But he's drifting around, and you know when a Mylar balloon gets... the helium kind of dissipates out of it. It just kind of has that weird hover, and it just kind of floats around. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check this out. But if you're not, here he is. Go over to YouTube. You can see all these videos in real time as we're talking about it here. And it starts out, and this is from Happy Rayness, Rayness. Says, at 9:48, Elmo is on the stairs walking up. My dog starts barking when Elmo starts moving. Never felt more inclined to pop him. He freezes up right where I stood. So here we go. I'm going to play this video, and you can see this in real time as we're talking about it here on the air. So there's the dogs barking. So Elmo's at the bottom of the stairs. The lady's filming him, and Elmo is walking... Quiet! Shut up, dogs! He's not walking like left foot, right foot. He's kind of floating. And he's making his way up the staircase. What do we should do? The lady filming it. And he's almost to the top of the staircase. And he looks a little deflatus. And, lady, you got to paint your handrails there. And he comes up. Oh, and the light goes out. I don't know if she turned it off. It looked like it flickered out. And he stops. What the fuck is right? Now, you could say, oh my God, that's it's planned or anything. But let's go over to Life Sherelle Darlin, and she's going to give her opinion on what's going on with this thing. Oh,
there is a huge difference between white people who deal with paranormal activity and black people. Because there is no way, absolutely no way in hell, and all my black people, please come after you go find this video and watch it. Please come back and tell me, is it a hell or a no? So this content creator has been recording this haunted Elmo balloon. All you got to do is go in the search bar and type in haunted Elmo balloon.
Got it.
It's there.
It's there.
So there's a haunted Elmo balloon, and this balloon floats like it owns the house. Just going through the house. It's attached to the sun, I believe. In one of the videos, and I've seen like 3 different videos.
And they say, when she says the sun, not like the physical, the sun in the air, but the sun, her child, the sun. Now that we got that all cleared up.
I've seen the whole entire video where it says that the balloon is kind of attached to the sun. And no, it's attached to the basement door, and it'll only go to that space.
I want your child
with it. But the video that got me on, this video of this damn Elmo balloon walking up the steps.
Oh yeah,
to where the parents are recording it.
I want to kill everybody.
There's no way in hell.
No way in hell. So let me give it. All right, that's her. And here's another one. A breakdown of what's going on with this paranormal playtime haunted Elmo balloon.
Her child's balloon. After seeing it do something that terrified her immensely, she films the balloon, hoping that it does it again on camera.
Now the Elmo's walking backwards into he's doing it again. He's doing it again. And the back's to the camera. And he's kind of floating around like the living room area. He's saying, I'm here to kill you. Ha ha ha. ABC. I kill you. You see me. Now, I don't know. The guy's walking around the balloon now. And he's...
For some reason, the balloon comes to a sudden halt near the basement door. Now you might be wondering what is so frightening about this balloon. After all, it appears to be doing normal balloon things. Well, according to Rachel, the mother, this balloon always ends up at the basement entrance, and it doesn't go in unless her son follows it inside.
With the door open. And now there's the son. He's playing Switch or something like Nintendo Switch. Oh, he's got a tablet. He's watching videos. It'd be funny if you watching his own video. Andrew, don't go with him, Andrew. Andrew, don't go with him.
Unlike other instances where the balloon just suddenly stops near the entrance.
Come with me, little boy, if you want to live.
The son begins to pursue it that it does this. Now, it might be possible that a draft or an airflow is causing the balloon to move towards the basement.
That's what I
but
said.
To have it stop only a few feet away from the cellar, despite being left open occasionally, is a bit strange. Whether it's upstairs or in the furthest corner of the house, it always follows the same path before somehow stopping around the same spot. To Rachel, this doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense to me either.
The basement door.
Got the basement door. Go away. Can we get some more lights on in the house, please?
Occurrences wouldn't be the last of them, as just recently this happened. It's around 9:30 at night when this was captured.
Uh-oh. Don't watch this alone. Oh, this is where it goes up the stairs. Here he goes. I'll show him one more time. Here he comes. Babe. Come quick. Elmo. Elmo's coming to get me. Ha ha ha. You can run, but you can't hide. I love you. I love you to death. Ha 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 ha. All right, that's enough, Elmo. So that's what's been going on out there. I don't know. They have the strings and special effects and the movies, and we're spoiled. We're spoiled. I think this is what I think. I think it looks like an older house. Now, an older house has a lot of drafts in it and, airflows. And this house probably didn't have central AC and heat. So when they bought the house, they installed it, and they probably had to make do with, cutting in holes in floors, and the return would have to be technically down in the basement. So they had to put the return, down in the basement for the airflow to circulate. That's how AC units work. You have a return and you have an exterior or a disperse, whatever the math is on that. And it probably picked up on an airflow and goes to the basement. That's it. That's all it is. Problem solved. I guarantee if you take like talcum powder and finally dust the area, not the ground, but like put it in the air, you'll see it follow that same path. You know, something that's lightweight. Take a feather, drop it from the ceiling, and see if it follows that same path. But no. It's the devil. Elmo's coming out to get you. All right, when we come back, speaking of coming out to get you and killing you and stuff, there's a disease that's the organization, the WHO Health Organization, World Health Organization says it's out there that's killing people right now in less than 2 days. 53 people have already died, if that wasn't enough to scare you. So stick around. I'll dive into what that is and how you can avoid it. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what your opinion is about that video, about the sneaky, creepy, crawly Elmo, Mylar Elmo. And the way you can get those messages into us is to go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com. At the top of the page says, leave a message for Deacon Live. If you got a microphone on your device, wherever you're listening to us on or at, speak right into it. And it comes right to our inbox, and we'll play it on this podcast. If not this podcast, we'll play it on the very next podcast as well. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a little town we like to call Marshville. So get those messages in. And you can be podcast famous. Your voice will be heard right alongside of us right here in the studio. Now, this guy right here is a doctor, but I think he's a doctor with a little side business, a little side hustle. And the reason why I say that is because this doctor right here says a 10-minute shower is like drinking 8 glasses of chlorine. So, oh my God, really? I'll never take a shower again. Here's what you can do about it. So, the article starts out, a chiropractor on Instagram. All right, already we know he's a phony. Chiropractor, doctor, really? Doctor. Claims that taking a 10-minute shower is the same thing as drinking 8 glasses of chlorinated water. Oh, now it's chlorinated water. Daniel Pompa, P-O-M-P-A, posted a video warning the audience about the chlorine exposure, stating that it's not just the water people drink, but it's also the water that they bathe in. His reel, R-E-E-L on Instagram, has racked up over 587,000 views, claiming that the shower can expose the body to even higher levels of chlorine than drinking tap water. He claimed about the exposure, Pompa starts this video with a bold statement. Do you know that showering just 10 minutes is just like drinking 8 glasses of chlorinated water? Well, if you don't, you're an idiot. He explains that the skin absorbs chlorine during showers and suggests that inhaling the steam from the chlorinated water can be harmful. Then he offers a substitution. You can now buy, here's a side hustle, you can now buy $50 carbonated carbon filter, which drops the levels dramatically. Now, it doesn't say how much it drops it. Better yet, get yourself a whole house filtration system. Is there any truth to this? Well, chlorine is widely used to disinfect public water supplies when it kills harmful bacteria, and some worry about the effects of long-term exposure. Research has found that chlorine can evaporate during the showers, can be inhaled. This could potentially expose people to chloroform, a byproduct of the chlorination. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, thank you very much for clarifying that, nearly every household in America has some form of chloroform, some level of chloroform in the air due to chlorine in the shower water. We don't, because we live on a well, but we have a softener, we have a filter, we have all that stuff, so we're good to go. However, it's important to note that the levels of filtered drinking water are considered safe for humans, according to the CDC. For those who are still concerned about the amount of chlorine they're consuming, carbon filters may work. In their comments, users don't seem to take this issue too seriously. One person said, "How did my grandmother live to be 100? Jokingly, someone said, "Everything is an issue with this guy," said another. "You can't eat or drink anything. Gonna need to have that peer-reviewed data," offered a third. Okay, and I'd play the thing, but it says this is posted on Instagram, which I do not have anymore. Countdown 21 days or so. So the guy basically goes, are you sitting in your drinking water or chlorinated, taking a shower in chlorinated water? You could get this. Buy a $50 household filter for your shower. It's like a big, like a drum that goes right on the backside of your shower head. And that'll help you. And you can find it at my location on 5th and Main. I'm open 9 to 6 a.m. or 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. 7 days a week. So come get your household filter. You know what? Yes, is chlorine water bad for you? But you have to trust the municipality that does the water treatment, that they're putting the right levels in. You know, like we do with fluoride. Now, does your skin feel itchy and stuff? Yes, it does. Sometimes it feels itchy if there's too much chlorine in the water. It's like going in a swimming pool and swimming all day long. He doesn't say anything about that now, does he? Nope, showers are bad. Swimming pool, good to go. Keep on swimming, kids. Now, this mysterious new disease or new virus has killed 50 people in the Congo within hours of the first symptoms appearing. This unknown illness is ravaging the war-torn country, which is currently fighting off a rebellion incursion. The unknown fatal disease has killed at least 53 people with outbreaks after it started last month in the northwest region, which is currently battling, like I said. Another outbreak unidentified flu-like symptoms were reported in southwestern Congo in December, resulting in 71 people dying. Most patients have been killed within the rapid 48 hours of developing the systems, which has raised some alarm bells for health officials. More than 419 cases of the disease have been reported since the first record on January 24th. The first case is understood to have the result of 3 children developing symptoms of hemorrhaging fever and after eating a bat. After eating a bat? Those are not good for you. The children died within 48 hours. According to the WHO World Organization thing, Africa has witnessed a 60% rise of disease outbreaks linked to humans eating wild animals in the last decade. The second outbreak of the unidentified illness occurred in Bomate, Bomate, on February 9th. The organization added that more than a dozen samples were issued to the National Institute of Biomedical Research in the capital city of Kinshasa to conduct further testing. So these kids, let's go back to me now. These kids ate a bat. Why did they eat a bat? Because they're poor. They're in the Congo. They don't have livestock. If they do, it's very, very rare. So they're eating whatever they can around them. No wonder they are getting sick and dying because of whatever disease. I don't know what the disease is. Well, it's probably some kind of rabies type symptom. I mean, bats, they're blood sucking. At least we think they are. Most of them are, aren't they? I don't know. They eat bugs and stuff. But they're eating these animals that are not regulated. They're just, bow and arrow, rock and whatever, the slingshot, that's what I'm looking for. Going out there and killing these wild animals and probably not, cooking them right. There's no one out there to teach them to cook bat. Where's Emerald where you need them? So be careful out there. If you see bat on the menu wherever you're dining at, go ahead and skip that one. When we come back, what are single women doing to protect themselves from married men? It's a simple solution, but Jesus Christ, it's like herpes. So stick around. I'll dive into what that is when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. You want something for free? Well, I'll get you something for free, but what you got to do to get it is go over to Prophet Radio, proud sponsor of Deacon Live and all the other fine programming that comes out of this studio. Go over to prophetradio.com. At the top of the page says free swag. Click on that menu, little drop-down menu there, and you can pick out whatever you want. And you can see all the other stuff that they have to offer, and they'll send it out to you for free if you live here in the United States. If you're living overseas, sorry, it might take a little bit longer to get to you, but they will get to you as well. There's some magnets, some stickers, some keychains, all that stuff, just for their way of saying thank you for listening to all the fine programming that comes out of the studio. Now, I never smoked cigarettes. Growing up, you try to do it in high school to be cool because that's the cool thing to do, but nah, I couldn't latch on to it. My dad smoked. My mom never smoked. And then they got vaping. Vaping, never tried it, never did it. I know my father-in-law, he was vaping for a while, and my wife's brother used to vape. I didn't get it, but then again, I wasn't smoking, a pack of cigarettes a day, and people were doing that to escape the smoking, the actual cigarette smoke. So they went to vaping. Now they got those, what are they, Zen packets, where you kind of stick it in your gum or lip or something like that. We used to call that snuff back in the day. Is it the same thing? I don't know. But what they're finding out now is nicotine. People are getting nicotine hiccups. It sounds made up, but experts are saying this is a real phenomenon. Recent data of the drug side effects found in nicotine was associated with hiccups, according to the 2021 study looking at the Food and Drug Administration adverse event reporting system. Jesus Christ. The anecdotal evidence shows that many nicotine users can relate, said Melissa Little, director of the Center of Nicotine and Tobacco Research for the University of Michigan School of Medicine. On TikTok, Reddit, and somewhere else online, I like that one, and somewhere else online, Zen users and people who vape are comparing notes on their hiccups, or what they're referring to as Niccups. Sounds kind of dirty, doesn't it? Why do Zen and nicotine pouches give us the hiccups every time? One user asked. Nicotine acts by binding the receptors in the brains and the nervous system, Little says. When the receptors are activated, it releases a neurotransmitter throughout the body. One of the neurotransmitters is called dopamine. It plays a role in regulating the phrenic nerve, which controls breathing, and the diaphragm. Instead of doing them what they're supposed to be doing, they usually get a little messed up and get activated in certain ways. This can induce hiccups. Nicotine can also irritate the muscle mucous membranes that align the throat and the esophagus, which can lead to hiccups also. It has been stimulated. Oh, it has simulated. Stimulate? No. It could also stimulate stomach acid production and can and cause reflux, triggering more and more hiccups. The Center of Disease Control and Preventative says that nicotine is a highly addictive substance found in tobacco products such as cigarettes, nicotine replacement therapies, and Nicorette gum type deals. Tobacco is used among the middle and high school students, has decreased from 2023 to 2024, and predominantly due to the decline in e-cigarettes. However, nicotine pouches have saw an uptick by 1.5% in 23 to 1.8 in 2024. Sales have increased from 126 million pouches in August of 2019 to 808 million in 2022. Nicotine pouches sometimes refers as lip pillows. Yeah, that's what I call them, lip pillows, or upper deckers. I don't know if I put it in the upper deck there. Places between the lip and the gum, according to the American Lung Association. They're similar to snus, which is an oral pouch. That's what we call it. Snoozes? I don't know what I called it before. Snuff, that's what I call it. Containing shredded tobacco leaf, except nicotine pouches contain a Nicorette powder. They come in several flavors and are available in different nicotine strengths. Zen is the only brand of nicotine pouches that has received marketing authorizations for many of its products for customers 21 and older. The agency says in the statement that Zen products pose a lower risk of cancer and other serious health conditions than cigarettes and most smokeless tobacco products due to the substantially lower amounts of harmful contents inside. Nicotine in adolescence can harm parts of the brain's control attention, learning, moods, and impulse control, says the CDC. So what they're saying is that your body gets all messed up. You start smoking cigarettes, you start doing vaping, you start doing all that stuff. You start to get like little hiccups and stuff. Now, I mean, alcohol's the same way. If you get way too much alcohol in your system, what are you out there? Hey, everybody, how are you? Oh, God. You got the same thing with alcohol. So it's the same effect. I guess if you smoke a lot of cigarettes, oh, God. This video looks really well if you're watching this on YouTube channel. Me sitting here making all these noises and stuff. So there you go. So just be careful out there. We're all humans. We're allowed to do what we want. I think everyone should be able to do that to a certain degree as long as it doesn't affect anyone or, secondhand smoke and blah, blah, blah. All right, just shut up, lady. Are we over the secondhand smoke now? You don't hear anyone bitching about it anymore. No, because everyone's doing the whole snooze and zen and the vaping stuff. You don't see anyone smoking cigarettes like right there in the restaurant anymore. No, you don't. Now, single women out there are using this to protect themselves from married men. All right, so let's dive into what they're doing, and does it make any sense? Here we go. Single women are spraying themselves in glitter to put cheating husbands on blast. Will it repel married men? I don't know. So let's dive into this story. Glitter is the herpes of the craft world, but single women are using it for protection. A woman went viral on TikTok after she shared what she always shared that she always covers her body in always covers her body in glitter before going out on a date. Why on a date? Maybe just going out, maybe? The video shows the content creator Dalla Grande, I guess, wearing a black dress and spraying glitter all over her entire body as she gets ready for the date. Going on a first date because I'm at an age where they could be married. They could be married. Married men hate glitter, she wrote in her video. So the dating theory goes that if a man is married, he won't try to get intimate with me because intimate with her because it would get all over them and his wife would know that he was out with another woman. No, I was out with a bunch of circus clowns and they threw glitter everywhere. People in the comments were impressed by the move and says that many are saying that they were going to try it out for themselves. She's protecting herself and helping other women out here, and I'm all for that. I hate glitter before I got married. I hated glitter before I got married, and it's basically a pretty good idea now. So let's see. Is there a little bit more? The idea of using the glitter to catch your significant other cheating has gone viral on TikTok before. TikTokers have previously posted showing their methods of using glitter to investigate their partner's infidelity, including someone who successfully caught their lovers' sparkled hands. For example, one person put glitter on the passenger side of the visor of her boyfriend's car to reveal whether anyone was riding shotgun. God almighty. Particularly an unsuspecting woman attempted to touch up her makeup type deal. Other in Grande's comments shared their own tricks to catching men if they are cheating. Many married men are named on the same car insurance as the wife. Check the glove compartment to make in the glove box. Check the glove box for too many names on the insurance card. This could be his mom or ex-wife or maybe someone else. One time I sprayed my perfume while I was in the guy's car. He got mad at me and he wouldn't be able to get that smell out of his pickup until the next day. Stay safe, ladies out there. So let's do it this way. First of all, men are going to cheat. If they're going to cheat, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. There's nothing you can do. You put glitter, you can put mud all over your ass, you can do whatever. They're going to do it. Now, here's the thing. Some married men, you don't know their situation. And I'm not defending married men. I'm a married man myself. I'm completely happy. This will never happen to me. You know, if you're a married man, you're like going, hey, I need to stay out of this situation so I don't cause any headaches or anything when I get home. Grown men do that. Grown, responsible men do that. Now, the other ones that are out there that aren't me will sit there and go, well, I can get away with it. Oh, I got a little sparkle glitter on me. Oh, shit. You know, he's got that lint roller that he rolls, your clothes. He's rolling his hand to get all the glitter and everything off. But they're going to do it. They're going to cheat. Second of all, if you're going on a date with a guy, girls, ladies, women, and if he's married, is that your fault? Is that your fault for not vetting him? You know, to make sure that he's up on the up and up? it could go either way. Just let people be people. If you're worried about dating a married man, then go to church. Go to church, find yourself a good Christian boy, and be done with it. If you're going to go out there in the swamp, you're going to get algae on you. That's the only thing I have to say about that. So, all right, when we come back, rocks are having babies. Yes, there's a specific rock out there that has babies. And what that is, I don't know. It sounds interesting, though. So stick around. We'll talk about that when we get back. So you're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget all the musical artists that you hear on the podcast during the breaks and stuff are all independent artists. They're unsigned bands. They're trying to get their name out there, and we show them some love, so we'd love for you to show them some love as well. So make sure you follow them on their Spotify channels and all the other information that's given to you during those songs. And don't forget, we do have a Deacon Live Music Heard On playlist, and we're slowly adding that up. It's basically, we ran out of room on one platform that had like over 300 and some odd different artists on there, so we're slowly adding to this one. So you can check us out over on Spotify, search Music Heard On Deacon Live, and you can hear all the full-length songs of all the different bands and stuff we've had on this podcast over the last several years of show. And show them some love. I mean, the actual, their track, so you hit on it and they get credit for it, and they get, a little bit of money in their pocket and stuff. So show them some love as well. Now, showing you some love is these rocks. Now, our world is full of mysteries, and some have been solved, but some of the world's biggest mysteries still remain unsolved. Scientists and researchers are curious to learn more about them. One such mystery is nestled in the heart of Romania, one of the many countries home to the Roman ruins, with worth exploring. As it's unique for everyone for years. All right, so there you go. Got that out of the way. Can you believe that a stone can move, grow, or reproduce? This fascinating stone in Romania exhibits all of these phenomenons, which has surprisingly but true. It sounds like one of the places on Earth that looks like another planet, but these living stones are here. They are formed naturally by a geographical process. Let's discover more about the Romanians' living stones and the science behind them. So here we go. Known as the Trovant stones of Romania, Trovant stones of Romania, these stones are mysteriously and magical as they can grow, move, and seemingly give birth to new ones. They are found in and around the small Romanian town of Costesti, and are protected by the museum's natural reserve. Visiting the site can be an easily one of the Visiting the site can be easily one of the top amazing activities of things to do in Romania outside of looking for Dracula, offering interesting experiences for visitors. The Trovant stones are unlike typical stones in that they are bulbous and range in size from pebble size to large boulders and meters. They appear to be living with large boulders, seemingly giving birth to baby ones and then pushing them out to grow on their own. While typically stones and boulders erode over time, these stones grow a few centimeters every 1,000 years. Very strange. The location that they're primarily found on the Cocosti Valencia Island in Romania, approximately over 5 million years ago during the middle Miocene period. The rotogrowth is about 4 to 5 centimeters every 1,000 years. Geologists believe that the Trovant stones were produced by an earthquake that occurred over 5 million years ago during the middle Miocene period. Meanwhile, according to folklore, people believe them to be plant fossils, giant dinosaur eggs, or alien things. I like the alien things better. Whatever they are, they're absolutely fascinating. The Trovant stones are usually mineral structures that grow gradually over time. They grow like plant tissue. They give birth to new ones, somewhat like animals, seemingly mimicking both plant and mammal life. So, according to the scientific theories, these stones are comprised primarily of hard stone core surrounded by a sandy shell. They grow in the presence of rainwater because the minerals in water, particularly calcium carbonate or carbonate. Yeah, we'll go with that one. React with the compounds already present in the stone. The pressure generates by this process causes the stones to expand and multiply. However, the growth rate is very slow, about 4 to 5 centimeters every year. So there you go. There's some growing stones in the Romania, and basically all they're doing is they're absorbing. They're part plant, part rock, part mineral. So they're basically growing and living. I don't know if they have a heartbeat or anything like that. Nothing crazy. But the rainwater helps provide minerals and water and stuff, and they grow and grow and grow very slowly, though. So how do they know? How do they know that they're growing? If they're only 4 to 5 centimeters every 1,000 years. That means you discover them, all right? And then you have to pass on that information to someone after you die, 100 years later, and then 100 years later. So technically you have to pass on the information for 10 generations just to say this rock has changed 1 centimeter or 4 centimeters or whatever it is over 1,000 years. That's dedication, man. Well, what else is there to do in Romania? Nothing much. Now, this story right here can go 2 different directions based on your background and history and your beliefs and all that. This woman right here, a Georgia woman, has been left emotionally and physically broken after developing a special bond with her baby in utero, only to realize it wasn't her baby at all. So that's where we start the story. Christina Murray is suing the Coastal Fertility Specialist 2 years after the monumental mishap. In May 2023, the IVF fertility clinic transferred an embryo into the excited mom-to-be. In December of that same year, she gave birth to a prized baby boy, only to quickly realize that there was no chance that the child was biologically related to her. According to the lawsuit obtained by People magazine, according to Christina, a fair-skinned white woman, selected a sperm donor with a similar appearance. However, the child that she welcomed in was a dark-skinned African-American baby. Why does it have to say African-American? It could have been from somewhere else. Could have been from Nigeria. Could have been from anywhere but Africa. There's black people everywhere. Christina wants to be clear. She is not being racist here as she's being racist here. No, that's the first thing you say, right? According to the legal documents, she had no issues or concern with the baby's race. Good for her. That's a step in the right direction. But the idea that she had given birth to a child that was no way biologically hers was terrifying and shocking to her. In a statement, the 38-year-old explained, "This has destroyed me. I'm heartsick and I'm emotionally broken," she says. "Nothing can express the shock and violation upon learning that your doctor had put someone else's embryo, a stranger's embryo, into your body. She took the child home and intended to raise him as her own. Good for her." See? Not racist. But things didn't go according to plan. After she reported the situation to the Coastal Fertility Specialist, the clinic tracked down the biological parents, which is a black couple, and notified them. And they decided to sue Christina for custody. Here we go. That's my baby. In the attempt to avoid the stress on the child's early life, she gave him up after about 5 months in May, and she continued in her statement saying, "I carried the baby, fell in love with him, delivered him, but uniquely and built a uniquely special bond between a mother and a baby. All to be have taken away from me. I'll never fully recover from this." I can't imagine women that have, if you have babies, women, you're remarkable out there that you can produce another human inside of you. I don't know what that bond would ever be. It's an unconditional love and bonding that a mother and child have. But this was absolutely heartbreaking. And frankly, it must have been awful for the baby's biological parents as well. So it was tough all the way around, she says. We can see how she decided to take legal action. In the recent press conference announcing the lawsuit, Christina told reporters, "I've never felt so violated in the situations. Has left me emotionally and physically broken. I spent my whole entire life wanting to be a mom. I love and nurtured and grew my child, and I would have done it literally anything to keep him." However, she felt the custody battle was one that she would not be able to win, she added. "Hopefully, there will be more regulations," she announces in the statement, "and better policies and procedures at the clinic and safety checks and hard stops that can prevent errors like this from happening in the future." The coastal fertility specialist has since claimed an extensive review in its place, and they are, quote, "doing everything we can to make sure that this is right and doesn't affect anyone in the future." All right, so let's break it down to simple brass tacks. I don't know how they take the egg out. I mean, I know technically, in theory, they reach in there with a pair of tweezers and they pull the egg out and they put it in a little test tube, drop the egg in there, try not to break it, crack the yolk. They put a top on it and then they put, the name or whatever. Now, I don't know if they use Christina's egg. I guess not. Or if they did, maybe she was freezing them. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they were freezing them. They really didn't get into where her egg, why were they using an outside egg? On the label, can we not put, no, it's going to be racist. It's going to be racist. What you're going to say, I know what you're going to say. It's going to be racist. Can we not put a sticker on there to signal the race of whatever egg that is? For example, white baby, white label. Or white dot. The little dots you used to have in school. If it's a black baby or from a black family, black. If it's a brown, Latin or whatever, brown dot. Asian, of course, yellow dot. And on down the line. If he's from another country, if the egg is from another country, put a red dot on it. Hey, this is not an American kid, red dot. It's that simple. I don't know what kind of filing category system they got going on, but there's got to be a simpler way to identify if the name on the label gets smeared. They write with a ballpoint pen and then you rub it and it just smears right off like when you're writing your name on packages for Christmas. Sometimes that ink just smears right off those labels. Just put a sticker on it. Put a sticker on it. Even if you don't want to put a colored sticker on there, put white baby. The sticker that says, get your dymo maker, label maker, click, 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 white baby, click, 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 and then put it on there and be done with it. There's got to be a better way. Now, the woman did want to raise the baby herself. There is some kind of connection there. And then the family. Does the family have a right? I'm going to say for the most part, yeah, they're going to have right to that child that was the black family's egg. Boy, she's got an uphill battle because she's going to sue. Well, she's suing right now the fertility company, but who knows what kind of pockets they got? Not much. Maybe the insurance. She'll go after the insurance. All right, when we come back, kids are doing another TikTok trend. And this one just sounds like idiots doing something just to be on TikTok. And I'll dive into what that is and watch your steps. So stick around. You'll listen to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget, we'd love to hear from you. And the way you can be part of the show is go over to prophetradio.com. At the top of the page says, leave a message for Deacon Live. Your voice can be heard right alongside of us here in the studio. Click on that, opens up a microphone. You can put a fake name in there if you want. You can be anonymous. I don't care. We just love to hear from you. And you can speak about anything that we talked about on the last couple episodes or the last couple podcasts. You can do that. Just give us a little watermark as far as what podcast you're talking about and about the timestamp. I know it's a lot of information, but if you want me to answer it and answer it correctly and truthfully, I can do that for you. Just go over to Prophet Radio. Top of the page says, leave a message, be heard on Deacon Live, and follow the instructions. I think it's like record, listen back, send. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, there's another new trend out there where they're trying to steal your money. I know, everywhere someone's trying to steal your money. Forget phishing with a PH. Now it's called mishing, M-I-S-H-I-N-G, is the new security threat that to worry about. So what does this mean? Phishing is so 2020. The threat to be worried about the most right now is called mishing. From a new reporter from Zimperium has claimed. Mishing, a term coined by Zimperium, covers all sorts of mobile-first phishing techniques. So they're just making up words and writing articles on it. So there was smishing, which is sex-based phishing, quishing, which is QR code phishing, voice phishing, web-based phishing, which is also called the evil twin attack, and many others. Imperium says organizations are increasingly relying on mobile devices for business operations, including multiple factor I can't even say it. Multi-factor I can't even say it. Authentication. Jesus Christ. Pull the tongue out of your ass. Mobile-first applications, and more. Cyber criminals are taking notice, tailoring their phishing attacks to mobile devices, successfully evading traditional anti-phishing measures designed for desktops. Squishing, mishing, and more. As a result, businesses are urgently needing to adopt a mobile-specific security, Zimperium stresses. Smishing, for example, is the most common mobile phishing vector, accounting for 37% of attacks in India, 16% in the United States, and 9% in Brazil. Squishing, on the other hand, is represented by emerging threat with notable activity in Japan, 17%, USA, and 15%, and India, and 11%. Aren't the people in India doing the phishing or squishing or whatever? Furthermore, 3% of phishing sites use device-specific redirection showing a benign content on the desktop wall targeted marketing mobile devices with phishing payloads. Okay, so mishing activity peaked in 2024 with over 1,000 daily attacks on record. Mishing is not just the evolution of traditional mobile phishing tactics. It's entirely a new category of attacks engineered to exploit specific compatibilities and vulnerabilities of the mobile device, such as cameras, says Nico Travalago, chief scientist of Zimperium, sorry. Whatever you decide to call it, email-based phishing attacks remain the number one threats to best eliminate. Whatever you decide to call it, email-based phishing attacks remain the number one threat best eliminated by the most common uses of common sense in the office. So they're just throwing different names at what it is. It's still phishing. Phishing is the best way to determine all that stuff. But then you have to go, is it QR code? I've seen the QR code one. That's the one we talked about 8 months ago, where they send you a piece of jewelry and it's got a little QR code on it, and you scan it, and all of a sudden all the money in your account's gone. You're like, oh fuck, I'm broke. I got a nice necklace though. And then there's other shit out there. I love messing with them. I love messing with them 100%. My wife's like, they're gonna bust you somehow. They're not busting anyone. They're busting themselves. Now these kids right here are busting things up on themselves. It's a new trend on TikTok called dropping things on my feet and rating them 1 to 10 on a pain scale. Okay, because we need this somehow. And don't get me wrong, we've done other stupid scientist studies in the United States. I mean, look at all the different things that the Doge company that Trump put in place that we were spending money on overseas and things of that nature. We're doing weird stuff too in the government. It's just that these kids are doing it for free. TikTok is home of trends that range from harmless fun to outrageous and dangerous. The latest one is called dropping things on my feet. Fall somewhere in between there somewhere. The viral challenge has users intentionally dropping things on their feet, from lip gloss tubes to dumbbells, and rating the pain on a 1 to scale 10. or a scale of 1 to 10. Jesus Christ. While it may seem like just another bizarre internet fad, the trend dubbed, oh God, Am.I.Alive.Core? Am.I.Alive.Core. Am.I.Alive.Core. All right, we'll go with that. Taps into the deeper culture of the movement, blending humor, self-inflicted pain, and existential angst in a way that is unique to Gen Z. Am.I.Alive.Core was coined by Kyle Robert Fitzpatrick on his Substack, The Trend Report. It's a portmanteau of I'm Alive and Core. And it also encapsulates the latest manifestations of TikTok's ongoing obsession with extensive malice. I wanted to watch it. Fitzpatrick wrote in the Trend Report post, the sequel or the evolution of last year's vibe personality disorder is not difficult to connect the dots. This reaction to our ongoing near ritualistical dehumanization by the industry and the brologic overlords, I'll go with that, and our inability to conceal or reconcile with our innate mediocrity and an inability to rise above the local socially in the world and the force and work and staying locked in at 99%. Can you make it a little simpler for all of us, please? In other words, the Am.I.Alive.Core or LiveCore is less of a masochism and more than reclaiming agency. If our lives are consumed by work and social media and the crushing weight of capitalism, at least the small, stupid act of dropping a hairbrush on your foot provides a micro moment of control. All right, well, that makes sense. Speaking to the Daily Dot via email, Fitzpatrick wrote in this trend is a logical extension of content creation, which is similar to that of parents saying brain rot. The kids are spitting out water trend. Oh, Jesus Christ. So what he's saying is that this is, it's kind of like the people that cut themselves, cutters. Because I got so much pain. The only way I can control my pain in my head is if I cut myself, and I can control that pain there. It's kind of that same thing in the same sense. We're all working, 40 hours a week or 50 hours a week, and we're down by the man and all this other stuff. If we could just control something, have something in our own control that makes us feel like we're alive, that's what they're doing. So what they're doing is dropping shit on their feet and giving you a 1 to 10 as far as how much it hurt. There's got to be some damage, though. As I'm reading the article there, it's got all the different TikTok videos of people dropping shit on their toes, and it's being removed from TikTok. So I don't know how long the trend's going to live if TikTok's removing it because you're doing self-inflicted pain on yourself. So if you see it out there, be careful. Watch your step type deal. Now, last but not least, this... they always say the Jetsons, where's our flying cars? And the flying cars that are coming out right now, they're not really quote unquote cars. They're just, what are they? Drones for the most part. They're drones, and drones aren't really it's a flying something. I wouldn't call it a car. I mean, what's a car? Engine, 4 wheels, rides on the road, right? This thing that they've made is car-like. It's got 4 wheels. They look like wagon wheels on this thing. And all they've done is put this dome, a small dome, and I'm going to show you here on the YouTube channel in just one sec. And they've kind of covered the propellers, the fan blades with making it look like the hood of a car. It looks like if 1950s was to design a car of the future, that's what it would look like. So I'm going to switch over to camera 4, and we're going to see this quote unquote flying car as it soars above traffic, and it kind of looks like a Batman car. I don't know. It's weird looking. So can I blow this up? Will it mess up anything? Let's show it. So here it goes, and it sounds just like what you would think it would sound like. So here's the new flying car that's out there, and let's turn the volume up. There you go. see the wheels? They look like little wagon wheels. It honestly looks, if a strong wind came, it would just flip this thing right over. They show it flying over a SUV and then landing. See, the things with electric cars or flying cars, we want them to be quiet. Can you turn the music up? This is your new Uber ride. Here he goes. It's on the street. Of course, they don't play the sound. And here it is on the street. It looks fake, but it's... And it's kicking up dust all over the ground as it's flying over this car in traffic. And then it's going to land right in front of them. I don't know how quickly it would take off. How quickly would that take off? Let's go back to me now. How quickly would that take off? Like if you're in a pinch or something like that. All right, there, car. So, Back to the Future called from 1989. The California startup company is making it happen. Leaf Aeronautics, founded the same year that flying cars were imagined in the movie, just released footage of its Model Zero, a sleek 100% electric flying car. Okay, so it's electric flying car. There you go. With hidden rotor blades, it offers a 200-mile driving range. Doesn't say how fast it goes. Those wheels do not look like high-performance wheels on that thing. And a 100-mile flight range. Is that up and down? It should do a flight time range instead of a mile per range. You know, what's the flight time on that? Oh, you got an hour to fly? All right, let's get there in a hurry. Designed to drive on the street and take off vertically and fly above traffic, we're solving the modern congestion. No, you're not. You're just making it worse. With over 3,300 pre-orders for the Model A, Leaf, A-L-E-F, is set on making the flying cars more affordable for all. I want to know how much they are, though. Would you buy one of those? I would not buy one of those. I would not buy one of those cars at all. Nope. So there you have it. All right, guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed the show, make sure you follow us over on TikTok. That's Be Podcast Famous over on TikTok. And if you want to be podcast famous, you go over to profitradio.com. At the top of the page says Be Heard. Leave a message for Deacon Live. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Little town we call Marshall. If you're not over on YouTube, you can see the full entire length video or the whole entire podcast over on the YouTube channel. Just search Deacon Live Podcast. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you got to do. My name is the Deacon saying good night and good night.
Wait, come back.
This is the end, the absolute end.
Écoute-moi.